Hello, everybody. Welcome to week two of the course. And so we're week two into the course and into the new year. And so I'm kind of following up from last week. We talked about the new year and the opportunities we have to start the new year and to move past all the distractions that get in our way. So just an opportunity to move ahead or make some changes, and to reflect, evaluate, and analyze, make changes. I talked about this last week, but the next question it would be is how do we do it? How do we make these changes? And that's the biggest problem sometimes. And so my answer to that is, metaphorically speaking, is stay the course. All right. The term stay the course is kind of a navigational term. You may have heard a term called hold fast. Also, it's sometimes, it's about staying on course, staying focused, stay on course, keep going, and get to the finish line. All right. So don't settle for what you've been getting as far as the negatives in your life. You got to navigate through the obstacles, through the storms, and remove the negatives in your life. Whatever they may be it school or personal, professional life, whatever applies to you. And so you need to manage your time, manage your schedule, manage your life. You may notice in my videos I use a lot of like runners for kind of analogies and metaphorically because as far as managing time and everything, runners are unique athletes, unlike all the others who take time off every year. Uh, so that's why I use running, because it's an everyday activity for a runner. They don't just stop one day. They keep going no matter what the weather or anything like that. So that's why I use those. So anyway, just stop letting life control you. Take charge, control your life and your time. And, you deserve not to struggle. Don't wait. Stop procrastinating. Take that leap. Here's another metaphorical. And this guy over here, that happens to be me back in my army days. So I took a lot of leaps. But anyway, make a change in your life now. All right. And just stay the course. Okay, so on to the course here. We're into week two, as we said. So far, so good. And week two coming up here. You got something a little different. You have an assignment here where we have a guest speaker, and you'll have some questions in there to answer. Upcoming presentations or chapters. Chapter 5 is planning, recruiting, HR, selecting employees, placing them in the jobs, and training employees. Now, we're in a unique time right now where there is more jobs than people. It seems like a lot of people, everywhere we look, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But regardless of what's going on right now, generally, uh, and I just know from my own experience, one of the things that happens in business sometimes is there's a thing called it's an unofficial term called a warm body concept, where people just hire somebody to fill a spot, even if they're not going to be any good at it. A lot of fast food places are guilty of this, and you've probably all witnessed employees at some of these places. I mean, there's some great employees, but then there's others that it's just a job. So that's what the HR and the recruiting goes into, is that what are we looking for? What what skills or artists are there, or and the person hiring may not have skills, but they may be trainable. Like after the army, I went into Domino's. I ran corporate stores up in Seattle, so I had like 15 stores up there. But I got this frantic call one day from uh, a young manager, and she said, "I don't know what to do." And I said, "About what?" He says, "Well, uh, I got this Vietnamese guy in here, but he only has one arm." And now she was interviewing him to be a driver. And I said, "Well, can he make change?" And she was like, "What?" I said, "Can he make change? Just ask him, are you able to do, are you able to make change for people?" This was all before credit cards and everything, I mean, where it's mostly cat. Like this was like 50, whatever it was now, 20 years ago. But still, that was, so that was a training moment for the manager, but also on, you know, had another situation where um, I had a manager who called me about somebody applying who was in a wheelchair, and and I said, "Well, can to be what we call customer service, answer the phones and help make the pizzas and stuff." well, can he reach the phone? I mean, and it was like, one of those dumb moments, like he didn't even think about it. He was just focused on the wheelchair. And so, there's all sorts of things that go into HR. So I got rambling here, but anyway, so we got the three chapters there. All right. And upcoming, so you got that. And again, discussions, great in the discussions, keep doing what you're doing. And then you got a couple other assignments in here in your quiz. And so you should be good to go. All right, with that, I'll let you go. I'll do you my test question real quick. Took the 5 and 9 year old grandkids somewhere about a week ago. And so what you think they're doing? And with that, again, always 7 days a week. So get in touch. Some of you have been in touch with me. If you got any questions or anything. And that'll do it. Take care.